Hey guys, it's Chris. From mysterious monuments to places where weird things happen. Join me as I show you 8 strange, mysterious places you can visit around the world. Number 8. Stonehenge. One of the most mysterious, legendary, and famous tourist attractions in the world today can be found in Salisbury Plain in southern England, but it's simply called Stonehenge. Stonehenge is comprised of 30 upright stones made of sarcens, each stone weighing about 26 tons, give or take. All 30 of these stones are aligned in a circle, and then stones can be found on top of them, connecting the structure. There's even stones within the inner circle of Stonehenge that have their own formation, making many wonder about the construction process for the structure. Interestingly enough, both equinoxes and solstices actually line up perfectly within the gaps of Stonehenge, leading many to believe it to be a solar and lunar calendar of sorts. Though obviously this has not been proven. But when it comes to Stonehenge's mysteries, the biggest ones might just be the stones that comprise it. There have been numerous studies done on Stonehenge, and the sarsen stones have possibly had their origin spot found. It's located 139 miles from where Stonehenge is right now, which means just the journey to get the stones would have been a very long and arduous journey. And then they would have had to bring them all back to the spot where they rest now. And then after that, they would have had to raise the lintels so they could connect the other stones. As you can see, it would have been a massive undertaking, and yet somehow they did it. The way they did this is a mystery, especially when you consider that most agree dating for the creation of Stonehenge puts it at about 2000 to 3000 BC, long before certain tools were made to have made this quest easier. So why did they do it? And why did they go through such effort to get the stones to make it? The world may never know. Yet despite that, people from all over come to visit the monument because they want to experience the mystery for themselves. Number 7. Loch Ness. Found in the Scottish Highlands, the home to the largest waters of the area. It's 22 square miles and nearly 800 feet deep. Loch Ness is the largest loch in Scotland. But it's not the size that makes it mysterious. Rather, it's the creature that's said to live in the waters, hence giving it its name, the Loch Ness Monster. The real mystery that has lasted for over 85 years is whether there is a monster at all living within the depths of Loch Ness. Ever since 1933, there are numerous sightings of the creature, and virtually all of them see the same features on the creature. Furthermore, while early photos of the creature were admitted to be hoaxes, the legend continues, mainly because there are still sightings to this day and year of the creature. Even though there have been many tests, including a sonar depth scan to see if anything was down there and nothing was reported, it hasn't stopped people from searching. This may be one mystery that people will never solve, but also never give up on trying to solve, which is why the mystery and strangeness of Loch Ness continues. And now for number 6, but first, let me know what places you'd like to visit in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Number 6. Easter Island. When it comes to mystery, the place known as Easter Island offers a rather big one, mainly because there's little information about the people who lived there, called Rapa Nui. Despite numerous expeditions to the island, including some that were meant to find out the origins of the people, no significant information can be found about them. What's more, it's clear that the Rapa Nui were gifted in many things, including farming and sculpting massive statues that remain on the island to this day. It's been noted that the Rapa Nui did not have help in doing any of their crafting. So how did they get it all done? Why are they gone now? Other questions include, where did the Rapa Nui come from? Why did they make the statues like they did? How were they so skilled in things that they likely shouldn't have been able to do? No one knows the answers, but research is still going on about them. Number 5. Extraterrestrial Highway. When you think of Nevada and aliens, your mind no doubt goes to Area 51. While this is a place that is mysterious and strange, it's not one that you can visit, which a recent Storm Area 51 movement found out firsthand, and you should check out our video about that if you haven't seen it already. However, there is a place nearby that could offer you a similar experience of the alien kind, and it's known as the Extraterrestrial Highway. Officially, though, the highway is Nevada State Route 375, but one of the biggest reasons it's called the Extraterrestrial Highway is because it runs alongside Nellis Air Force Base, which is the base that is confirmed to have Area 51 on it. Not so coincidentally, the highway soon became host to a number of UFO sightings, as well as other strange phenomena. This led to officials getting an idea to rename the highway, but the biggest push came when 20th Century Fox, the famous movie studio, got wind of it and decided to use the renaming to push their film Independence Day, even bringing in some of the stars of the film to the unveiling of the new highway name. By the end of the ceremony, they even put a time capsule together to commemorate the moment. Number 4. San Luis Valley. Located in southern Colorado, the San Luis Valley Desert has been home to many odd sightings and geographical mysteries over the many years of its existence, making it the home of not just a national park and preserve, but to many tourists who want to see the various mysterious acts for themselves. For example, just in 2009, a flying humanoid was said to have been seen in the Valley Desert. Add to that, there have been many different sightings of Bigfoot. Just as odd as those paranormal things is that people who have lived in the valley during the 90s were said to have partaken in animal mutilations of many different natures. UFOs have also been spotted in the area, to the extent that a UFO watchtower was put up for people to sit upon and observe the vast area to see what pops up. Over the course of time, many people have spotted UFOs, including one woman, Judy Messoline, who claims to have seen the same UFO over 59 times from the tower. In terms of nature mysteries, the San Luis Valley is home to the biggest sand dune in the world at 750 feet tall. Yet despite its size, no scientist really is sure why it's that tall, or even how it got that way. Number 3. La Zona-del-Silencio. La Zona-del-Silencio can be found in the deserts of northern Mexico, and it's on the 30th parallel, itself a mysterious line that's said to bring weird things to places. In regard to La Zona-del-Silencio, which translates to the Zone of Silence, there have been a menagerie of oddities that people have documented over the years. One of the most popular ones by far is that electronics of all manner are said to go haywire in the place, such as US military rockets that went over the area during a test in 1970 on their way to space, and then somehow ended up in the zone, over 500 miles from where it was projected to re-enter the atmosphere. Also, you might expect from a place like this, there are many reports of strange lights and UFOs being spotted. Yet the most populous of legends is that in this place there are people who suddenly appear and disappear without a trace. They don't harm people. Often they try to help them, including the case of a couple who got caught in a storm in the area and got stuck as a result. 2 men mysteriously appeared and helped push their vehicle to safety. Mere seconds after doing so, the couple came out of the vehicle to thank them, but the men were gone without a trace. Number 2. The door to hell. Sometimes it's an accident that can cause weird or mysterious things to happen, and that's exactly what happened in Turkmenistan in 1971. At the time, the nation was under Soviet rule. As such, the land was scanned for resources. Turns out, there's a pocket of methane gas within a certain area, so they set up a drilling station to retrieve it for harvesting. However, they underestimated the size and scope of the land underneath, and a pit began to form. The entire drilling station was forced into the hole that was now there. Thankfully, no lives were taken. Knowing that methane gas is dangerous and not wanting to put large volumes of it in the air, the workers decided to light the methane, which is flammable, and let it burn out. This was their second underestimation, as the pit itself had such large reserves that it continued to burn long after the match was metaphorically struck. In fact, it's still burning to this day over 47 years later. The pit now stands 230 feet wide, and the way the fires still burn within the pit makes it look like a gate to the underworld, hence the name Door to Hell. Number 1. Crooked Forest. In Poland, by the border of Germany, is a little town known as Gryfino, and near that town is a plethora of forest areas. However, one section of the forest stands out above all the others, because in that section is about 400 pine trees that don't look anything like the other trees in the woodland, because these trees grow crooked. Now, by grow crooked, I don't mean they shoot up at various angles because of the ground they're on, but rather their trunks bent at a 90-degree angle at the base, and then they curve to make a C shape before growing back up towards the sky. Just as odd, the trees that do this are all doing this in basically the same direction. They bend towards the north. But no one knows why this happened, or how this happened, and why it's affecting only these particular pine trees. Based on their age, this weird deformity happened around the 1930s, about 7 to 10 years after they were planted. But no one has a truly definitive theory as to how this occurred. Popular theories as to how these trees got their shape include gravity, weather, and even tanks treading over the area. Thanks for watching. What did you think of these strange and mysterious places that you can actually visit? Have you ever been to any one of these mysterious places? Do you know of any other mysterious places that you can visit that should be on the list? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to World List, and I'll see you next time.